Hi, welcome back. I'd like to take some time in this video to talk about the different books that people read to inspire themselves to think, perform, and read about design. We're going to talk about these in three specific categories. Those are theory, application, and gallery. Theory books are the foundation of good design as they teach the why behind design. You can't just arbitrarily start making marks on paper and expect genius to flow out of you. You need good theory. You need books that explain why before you dive into the how. I recommend reading Donald Norman, Henry Petroski, Victor Papanek, and Warren Berger, among others. Don Norman and Henry Petroski can be usually found in the engineering section of your local bookstore. Application books teach the how of design. If you've ever been to a bookstore and you go to the art book section, the first section they usually categorize as how to draw books. Unfortunately, all of the best design books on this topic, at least for industrial design, are usually out of print. There's a good start to the new renaissance of design application resources online, sites like controlpaint.com with Matt Core. This list of resources is always continuing to grow, so if you have a place you love to visit for learning the how behind design and creativity, please reach out and let me know. Gallery books can be considered the what of design. These books are probably the most prolific in the bookstore. Books like 1,000 Chairs and Humble Masterpieces or all of the Taschen collection serve to curate millions of pages of designs and final projects to show off what we as a culture find to be good design. I think these books are great at showing good work, but they don't necessarily have the function outside of celebrating good design. I'm one for books that have more of a practical takeaway, but I'm kind of greedy like that. The reason I'm talking about these book categories is I think it's important to be informed as a designer to collect these books in a ratio that makes sense to what you want your career to be about. For me, I'm not comfortable with the idea of offering my services a la carte. I'm happy to research, conceptualize, develop, and prototype, but I much prefer you buy the whole toolbox and not just a single instrument. Don't allow yourself to be an implement to other people's ideas. Package your skills with an offering that is inclusive of all of your abilities. We'll get into that though in another video. By reading more books and theory on the philosophy of design, you'll be able to dig deeper and ultimately provide more value to your clients. Think of it this way, if someone needs someone to draw them pretty pictures because they don't know how to execute their ideas, they hire that person out. But what if you're working with someone on a higher level and they ask you not only to draw the concept, but to come up with it? It makes sense then to be able to thoughtfully approach the design problem with an informed point of view. Otherwise, you're just drawing pretty pictures of someone else's big idea. If you read nothing but gallery books, you'll be much better at curation of spaces and knowledgeable about design artifacts that already exist. There's nothing wrong with this, but it will limit your palette. Think of this sort of quote-unquote design knowledge as DJs spinning records. It's more artisanal than art. There's value in being able to do this, but for me, I like to control more of the picture. The other edge of the sword is this. If you read nothing but philosophy and theory books, you might be able to put out some good design thinking into practice, but your ability to execute might suffer. It's one thing to be able to think well, it's quite another to be able to execute. If you're in this position, hiring out talent can be a great way to go. I'll often do this on projects where I might not have all of the skill sets, and the end results can be an amazing collaboration. Execution methods change with the tides, but design theory is a rock that you can set your anchor on. It really comes back to the intent of your relationship with design and creativity. Send me some of your thoughts. I'd love to hear your favorite books in either category and why. Also, what is the intent with your relationship with design? I'd love to hear it. What do you love to read? Let me know. Send me a note on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll post some of the best insights and projects. Thanks so much. Have a great day.